So I want your brains to start thinking. How could the bison survive? $200 million years from now. Okay, remember and how the horses were small. What do you think they might look like 200 million years from now? Car?
Their horns might be a little bigger because there might be different, like, we might be trying to, like other things might be trying to kill them off.
I love that. Okay, so the possibility, so their horns are bigger, so why are their horns bigger? So that they can
Protect themselves.
All right, Sydney, what do you think, sweetie?
Well, it kind of depends on what climate or what other animals are around that they live in.
Thank you. So do you think they're going to live in the exact same climate as before?
Probably not, because there could be like a bunch of natural disasters that could happen and like destroy their homes and everything.
Yeah, because we talked about how Pangea shifted. With Pangea, our plates, our continental plates kept shifting and colliding, and then the continents drifted apart. So maybe our continents are going to change in appearance a little bit. And so, you know, if they were up high in the upper plains, maybe everything's drifting closer towards the equator. So their climate's definitely going to change. Let's just assume that everything is drifting closer to the equator. What then might happen to the bison? They're alive.
They'd have thinner coats probably.
Why?
They'd get like maybe overheated if they had the really thick coats.
Yeah, they would be, whoo, it is hot. Look at you groups. And I've actually changed the appearance of your buffalo.
Oh, cool.
Now, you have to decide, where's it going to live? What's it going to eat? Who's going to eat it?
Us.
Is it going to travel in a group? Is it still going to have the two hooves? Is it going to be a little different? Okay, so what's going to eventually happen, this is going to be your final copy, and you can have a picture here, and then inside you're going to have all this gorgeous stuff, okay? This is going to be your rough draft. I'm going to put you in groups of 2, and I'm going to pick your groups. This is going to be your new physical trait. Now, you can add or change other things to it, but you have to keep these, okay? You have to keep whatever I'm going to put in here. My new physical trait is it's going to be a meat eater. So, physically, how is it going to be looking different from today's typical? Yes?
Well, their teeth are probably flat for grinding up the plants, so they'll probably get like sharper, more like carnivorous.
Okay, so their mouth is going to change in appearance.
Maybe their legs would get more muscular because they run to catch something.
So they're going to have to be faster to catch their prey.
Yeah,
Like killer meat.
because they might have like a small mouth with sharp teeth,
Uh-huh.
but I'm just
But yeah, there are no right or wrong answers right now, because what we're doing is we're taking all this stuff that we know about animals in general, and we're applying it. So we're trying to figure out, well, yeah, that's possible. If you give me a reason why, it always works. Yes. Now you're having to think.
Might have claws maybe.
They could.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you're going to be thinking about that? You're also going to do my outside the box. Huh. Anybody want to explain what outside the box is all about? Baylor, what do I mean when I say outside the box?
I'm thinking of something new.
Something new. What is something that nobody else is probably going to put in their report about this particular one? What now? You're not, well, you're going to tell your partner. Your partner going to discuss it. Something really odd and unusual. Remember all those weird animals we saw earlier?
Blobfish.
The blobfish? Yeah. Come up with something that's like,
they could have.
not, you can't share because it's outside the box. The Bison Adaptation Project was a fabulous project. The kids loved it. And it was not an original one. I'm the type of person who loves to see what other classrooms are doing, and I take that information and apply it to my own. I also like to get on our Discovery Tech book and see what's happening there. I also just check the TEKS because I think it's important that we follow our TEKS. So between all that, I decided that why not have the kids take an animal like the bison, something that they were familiar with, and apply that knowledge to the future. How are these animals going to adapt? And the kids loved it. They came up with all these ideas. Well, let's put the animal somewhere cold, or let's put him in a warm spot. And then they had to ask themselves, how did that happen? And they realized, well, once again, our Earth changes all the time, so they had to have their bison changed to meet the needs of what was happening on our Earth at that time. When I'm thinking of questions to ask the kids, the most important thing I need to do is look at their faces and decide what they know, where they're going with it, and then I encourage them to take it a step further. Bloom's taxonomy is one of the best things to do, of course, but I also want them to take the data that they have and take it to that higher level, so we're not always in the recall mode. I want them in the evaluation. You know, what data do you know? How are you going to apply that? How is it different? And I want them to think about the questions and apply them.